Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Monday. I actually shot another vlog before this and then I had to start over. Long story short. I'm in my hotel room. I'm sorry about the weird lighting. Like, you can see that my curtains are shut, but it's still daylight out, and having hair issues too today. It's still daylight out, and when I have those shades open, I tried to shoot the first vlog, and it looks like, you know, on like Dateline NBC or news shows when they're trying to interview somebody, but they're trying to let them remain anonymous, so they do it in shadow. That's what it looks like when that window's open. So I just shut that and then turn on the lights in my hotel room, which is kind of a weird lighting look here. But anyway, so yeah, I am out of town this week, and I wanted to shoot my vlog now before my workout because a couple of reasons. I ordered my dinner, and I'm going to do my workout probably in a couple hours because my stomach's very full right now. Not that I've overeaten or anything, but I'm going to explain something to you. But you know, I had to get up this morning at 6 in the morning. I think about 6 or 7. Limo came to get me around 8:30. The flight was at 11, then it was delayed till 11:30, then it was delayed till 11:45. Anyway, by the time I got into town, it's about 4 o'clock Chicago time. Okay, now I'd had food at the airport. One of the things I like to get at the airports, and I'm allowing myself to have it when, you know, I want on occasion, is going to Great American Bagel and getting a jalapeno cheddar bagel with veggie light cream cheese. And I knew I was going to have that, and that was going to be kind of like my lunch / breakfast together. So I didn't have breakfast at home, I just had my coffee. Anyway, so I had that, and I had I think half of the bagel, or maybe like 3/4 of the bagel was full, whatever. Got here, had a couple calls, and then again it was getting close to like 4 o'clock, and I hadn't eaten since, you know, probably 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock that morning. And I was, you know, on the phone, and I'm like, my gosh, I'm hungry, so I've got to order. So I looked at the menu, and there was just a lot of stuff that wasn't hitting me. I was going to get a grilled chicken sandwich, so to be on the safe side, I ordered a steak, and I ordered a steak medium rare, and I ordered a plain baked potato and steamed broccoli. Okay, and then they called me back, and they said we don't have any baked potatoes, and we don't have any vegetables. And the only vegetables they had, they said, were green beans. I don't like green beans. The only way I like green beans, this is very strange, I know. The only way I don't like, excuse me, the only way, I need to not try to read my email when I'm vlogging. The only way I like green beans is out of a can. Isn't that weird? I know it's weird, but it's true. So anyway, you know, I kept saying, do you have this? Do you have that? And she said, no. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Just bring me some French fries. Because I'm like, I'll have a few fries and that's it. Okay, you guys have to see something. I am alone in my hotel room with this. I did not ask for an entire plate of French fries. And they were hot. Of course, now I've let them cool down, which is a good tactic, number one. She also proceeded, I'm just one person, to bring me an entire bowl of warm sourdough buns with fresh honey butter. I wanted to bitch slap her right there and go, seriously? Are you trying to make my thighs grow 7 inches overnight? Damn. I just stuck my hand in the sour cream. Anyway, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because in my new Zen, let's not panic, let's be reasonable, state of mind, you know, normally I would have had something like this happen, and I either would have gone one extreme or the other. I would have been like, okay, well, you know, I'm here in my hotel room, this will be a cheat day. And I would have like totally binged on the fries and had like a good amount of that plate. And I would have had the bread and the butter and had more later or whatever. Instead, I'm like, okay, Kelly, realizing this is normally kind of an, you know, all the way up being good or all the way down being bad. You know, I'm kind of like recognizing things like this and saying, you know, let's see how reasonable we can be and how normal we can be, like a normal person. So slow down, sit down, and, you know, eat the good part of your meal. So of course, yeah, I had some French fries. I dipped them in the the ketchup. Haven't had any of the bread. Then I came over here to eat my steak. You know, my steak is probably the best part of this meal that I want. And then there's some potatoes that still came on the plate with a bunch of these kind of leaves. I don't really like leaves like that, but whatever. Anyway, I came over here, so I had, I don't even know, probably 5 or 6 fries. I dipped them in the ketchup, And then I came over and I had a couple pieces of my steak, which my steak, I don't know if you can tell, but it's cut up into these pieces. Excuse me. And I had 2 or 3 of those. So I still have a good portion of those left. And then it came with these layered, like, cooked potatoes that almost look like, I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's some kind of, I don't know, my throat is hot. Anyway, so I had some of these potatoes, and everything's really tasty, okay? But in the past, I just think that, I know what my mindset was in the past. When I had something like this, it was either all or nothing. It was either, you know, I'm going to chow down and enjoy this, and then I'm going to totally deny myself everything the next day. As opposed to just looking at this and going, okay, I'm going to have what's reasonable and what my body needs for right now. Like right now, I'm full. I allowed myself to have some of the fries. I've had a few pieces of the steak. I had some of the, whatever this kind of potato is. I don't want to say it's scalloped, but actually, that's probably why I'm clearing my throat. If I have anything that has a little bit too much dairy in it, I find myself coughing like that. So I probably shouldn't have had that potato, but it wasn't, like it didn't taste really rich and buttery and gross. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, for all these minutes that I've been yammering on, I'm not panicking anymore when I'm around bad food. I'm not looking at food and calling it, you know, bad or good. I mean, yeah, we all know that French fries aren't great, but I'm having some French fries. I had my meat, you know, my steak. I don't feel like I have to, I don't feel like I have to finish the plate. And I also don't feel like I'm so not in control of myself like I probably would have felt in the past 2 years, that I have to, like, you know, immediately throw these fries out. And, you know, I'm looking at these rolls and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they're good, but you know what? I'm feeling really good about myself. I'm also feeling really good about the fact that I'm able to sit in front of a meal like this and also have a refrigerator full of, like, M&Ms and crap. And I don't need to, like, dig in and chow down on it. I'm really on a roll. I'm really feeling good. I know I've only, like, excuse me, I'm kind of viewing my official, I don't want to say restart, but you guys know that I was saying when I got that Eat Smart scale and I was going to start weighing myself. That's kind of just marking like a foundational starting point for me. And it doesn't necessarily tie in with anything, but that's when I put all my numbers into my spreadsheet. I put all of my numbers into Fit Day, and that to me just kind of marks like, okay, that's a big step. I've weighed myself. I haven't done that in 2 years. The fear is gone. The knowledge is there. I'm calming down. I'm in a different mindset. And so that's that. My workouts have been much better. Certainly not where I'd say I'm at 5 stars yet for consistency, and 5 stars for, well, I guess consistency mostly, but pretty damn good. I'm really proud of what I did last week. Really excited about this week. I brought my valve slides. I brought my resistance band. I have my TRX. I have 3 workout pairs of clothes, excuse me, because I'm only out of town for really 3 days and then I fly home on Thursday. But I have 3 different workout outfits. I brought my DVDs, I have my yoga, I've got my TRX, and I'm feeling really good. Furthermore, before I've even weighed myself, which of course Tuesdays are usually weigh myself days, but I'll be doing it on Friday, excuse me, yeah, I'll be doing it on Friday morning this week since I'm out of town. My clothes are looser. Like, I know when I get on that scale that I'll be able to tell you guys that I've lost X amount of pounds. And if I haven't, I'm not going to panic and freak out. I'll just say, okay, you know what? We've got to tighten everything up. My workouts have to be that much better this week. And, you know, let's look at what my diet was this past week and see where I did good, where I did bad. But I'm confident, I'm much more calm, and I feel, I guess that those are 2 words that are really good, calm and confident, for the first time about what I'm doing. I'm not, you know, calling Amy, I'm not calling Sherry, I'm not calling Jessica, I'm not, you know, going out and buying 5 more books because I don't think I'm doing the right thing. I'm just trusting myself, believing that I can do it, and I just know, I know I'm on the right path. I've got my calendar at home. I filled out all my workouts for last week. Remember I was telling you guys about that? Having like a visual so you can see on a calendar every day, you know, hey, how much have I worked out this month? You know, and then you can see it. You get to the end of the month and you can see that every week is filled in with stars and whatever. That's a visual thing for me that has worked amazingly well in the past. And I just gotta tell you guys, as I'm sitting here shooting this vlog, I've been blabbing for 10 minutes, but I've got all this food in front of me and I am just so comfortably full that I'm not gonna touch any of this. And a lot of you guys have been writing to me saying that you can really relate to this, and I know a lot of women can. A lot of women have had this thing with food where sometimes you're eating not because you're hungry, you're eating because something's in front of you and you've denied yourself because you've been dieting for so many years or months or weeks or whatever, and you have this crazy mindset and you have something in front of you like fries or ice cream, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, and you haven't had it for a while, and so you're not even listening to your body, you're just eating it because it's the forbidden fruit, right? It's the forbidden cake, it's whatever. So it's, you know, you're looking at it with your mind, you're not sitting there going, I'm not really hungry. Most of the time, you know, when you think you're physically hungry, go and grab your water, which my water bottle's right over there. Because, you know, usually, more often than not, you're probably thirsty and you probably need water more than you need anything else. Didn't I just say I'm not going to eat anything and then I picked up something off my plate? Anyway, so all that to say, it's Monday evening. I've still got to do my vlog, excuse me, my blog. But I've had a good dinner. I feel really good about my choices. Every day is just becoming better, and I cannot tell you guys how much better I feel just taking the time to think about things for the first time. Taking the time, I'm making sure that when I eat my meals, I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down and I'm eating like a normal person instead of, you know, trying to grab a cappuccino and a muffin and run and then not eat until later and then eat too much and then, you know, be eating way too much sushi and not thinking about it and rushing through life and rushing through meals and rushing through workouts and putting everything on the back burner that's important. It's just feeling really good about everything, and it's awesome. The book, by the way, because a lot of you guys wrote to me about my post yesterday and you're like, you didn't put the name of the book. The book that I was talking about yesterday is this one. Hip Tranquil Chicken. This is the same girl that wrote the book. I think it's called Tranquilista. So her name's Kimberly Wilson. She's based in DC, and I know somebody that mentioned she knew her. But if you can see, when I read a book, I don't know if you can see this, I mark on the bottom pages if there's something I want to go back to. Can you see how many pages I have here of notes that I need to go back? She's got books in here, she's got CDs, and a lot of this is applicable for me too because of really finally having the courage and the oomph to go after my business with Fitfluential, and it's really exciting because I've had this in my brain and the foundation of the company for 2 or 3 years now, but it was something that I'd always been like, well, I could, and then finally it's just like, you have this moment where you know you're going to do it and you just do it. And so a lot of this is too, it's not just about you know, finding yourself and figuring yourself out, but it's also about you know, figuring out your passion and how you want to live your life. And sometimes we don't think about that, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about that, and that's probably a lot. I know that's a lot of why I'm feeling good about the future. So it's all good. I've shot way too long of a vlog for a hotel room, but hopefully I can upload it. We won't have any problems, and I will be back tomorrow. And I'll also make sure that I put down here what workout I do for tonight. I haven't quite decided yet, but I've got all my stuff here, so I'm not going to have any problem. I got my Val slides, I've got my resistance band, I've got my TRX, I've got my yoga, I've got my TRX videos, I've got my Ilaria, I've got Susanna on here. I've got it all, and I have 3 workouts. Did I already say that earlier? I tried to shoot a vlog earlier, so I don't know if I'm like doubling up, but I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I need some caffeine. Bye.